Hello everybody, welcome to Totally Tabled. My name is Shaggy, and today I'm doing a full solo playthrough of Oranienburger Kanal. I went ahead and I set up everything for the solo game. I'm going to be using the A structure, so I went ahead and I shuffled up all 3 decks. I then selected 6 random green structures, 5 random orange structures, and 7 random blue structures. Those are going to be all the cards that we use for this game. I then dealt out 4 of the green structures to start. I placed the red disc in the first action space, then put 1 money on each of the remaining 3 upper actions. I then use 3 silver action discs and 1 gold action disc to form my action stack. And there we go, that's all of setup complete. We're ready to begin. Don't worry if you don't know how to play, I'm going to teach the rules as we go, as I always do. So let's dive right in. Over the course of 7 rounds, we're going to be trying to build these structures onto our industry board. You can see at the top here, it shows exactly what resources are needed to construct those buildings, and this is our resource wheel. You can see there we start with no wood, 1 coal, 2 clay, no iron, and 1 brick. We'll be using those basic resources on the left in order to create the resources on the right. You'll see that wheel in action very shortly. The key puzzle of this game is that as we build these structures, we do not get to activate their special abilities. No, in order to do that, we have to actually surround the building with these different routes. And there's 4 different types of routes. We have paths, roads, canals, and rail track. Once a building is fully surrounded, then we get to activate it. And each card wants different routes around it. So for example here, this junk goods shop, it wants either 2, 3, or 4 different types of routes around it. And if you can do that, you'll get $3 and then either 0, 1, or 2 iron, depending on how many different types of routes you have around it. We'll also have a chance to build bridges connecting our different structures. And anytime a structure has 2 bridges attached to it, you also get to activate its special ability. So in a sense, every building that we build has a chance of activating twice for the whole game. Now the way we take our actions is here on the action board. We have 7 different actions to choose from, but at the moment this red marker is blocking this leftmost action. So we really only have 6 to choose from. The way we take an action is by taking this stack and placing it on one of these action spots. And I actually think I want to go right here because this is where we go to get 4 wood. Every single one of these buildings needs wood, so that might be a good place to go. Now, in order to take my second action, I'm going to take these discs, but I'm going to leave 1 behind. You can only take each of these actions 1 time per round. And I'm now going to go up here to take that action. There was some money there, so I get to keep it. And this action spot just lets us build one of these buildings. I think I'm interested in the tow rope shed. It's only worth 1 victory point at the end of the game, but it's also very cheap. It's just going to cost us either 1 wood or 1 clay. I think I'll pay 1 wood. And then we can place this anywhere on our board. There's no restriction. I want to place it right here, I think. When we activate this building, we're going to want to have 2 paths and 1 or 2 canals surrounding it. If we can do that, then we'll get 2 brick and either 0 or 3 coal. So really, ideally, we want exactly 2 paths and 2 canals. And here we go. We already have 1 canal there to start with. So hopefully we can make that happen pretty soon. Now, speaking of making routes, I think for my third action, I want to come over here, get another coin. And this spot here is going to let us build up to 3 paths and or roads in any combination. And here we go. Here we have this nice handy-dandy player aid. It tells us exactly how much it costs to build each different type of route. Paths cost 1 clay, and roads cost 1 brick. And the nice thing about those 2 types of routes is they can be placed anywhere on our board. Rail track and canals actually have to build off from previously placed canals and rail tracks. But for these roads, we don't have to worry about that. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 2 paths. I want a path here. And I want one here. Oh, and I just noticed I made a little mistake in setup. When you set up these buildings in the solo game, you need to order them from the lowest number. You can see here there's a tiny little number down there. You need to order it from lowest to highest. And so these should have been like that. Now that doesn't affect anything right now, but it'll affect something later. So there we go. That's how it should have been. I'm now out of clay, so if I wanted to build a third path, I would have to use one of my anytime actions. As you can see, it's on your player aid right here. It shows that at any time we can buy basic materials, and the cost is based on how much you have. So if you have none of the material and you want to just add one, that only costs 1 money. But if you have one and you want to add a second one, that's going to cost 2, and so on. So right now, since I'm out of clay, I could spend 1 to get 1 more of it and then use that to build another path. Alternatively, I could build a road instead using that 1 brick that I have. I think maybe we'll do that. And let's go ahead and let's place that road right there. All right, there we go. That action is done. And for our 4th and final action, I'm going to come over there, get that last bit of cash, and at this spot we can build essentially 2 of any type of route that we want. So this is where we're going to go to be able to build canals and railroad tracks. Now I definitely want to build a canal so we can complete this building right here. The cost of building a canal is 3 money, which is exactly what we have. As I said, it has to connect from previously placed canals. And the cool thing about a canal is when you build it, you actually get to clay. The other thing to note is that when you're building canals, roads, and rail tracks, you can actually overbuild on top of previously placed paths if you want. But you can only overbuild on top of paths and nothing else. And now look at this. Now that we have surrounded this building, we can activate it. And as it says, if you have 2 or more paths, which we do, and you have 1 or 2 canals, which we do, we have 2, we get 2 brick, and we either get 0 coal, or since we have 2 canals, we get 3 coal. Very, very nice. And now that we've activated that once, the only other way we're going to get to activate it again for the rest of the game is if we can connect it with 2 bridges. You'll see bridges here in a second, I promise. So that was our first route. We can build a second one. The problem is we don't have any more money, so we can't build another canal. And in order to build a rail track, that costs 1 iron and 1 wood. And we are currently out of iron. I'm thinking we might go ahead and build another road. Just put it right there. Again, I could have placed that road anywhere. There's no restrictions on roads. That's it. That is our 4 actions complete. That's going to end the round. And now, when we're preparing for the next round, we do a couple of steps. It's right here on your player aid. The first thing we're going to do is refill the structures. Every round, 2 structures are going to go away. Now, we built 1 of them, so that means 1 of them has to be discarded. And we always discard the one furthest to the left. That's why it's important for us to put these in numerical order from lowest to highest. At the beginning of the game, we could only build 1 structure because the other place where we build is blocked. But later in the game, we'll be able to build up to 2 structures. And if we build both of them, then you don't have to discard anything. Now we need to refill the structures by taking 2 from the green deck. There's only 2 remaining. Once again, we want to put those in numerical order. And because we ran out the green deck, we're actually going to add 1 orange card to the mix here. We now have 5 cards to choose from for building purposes. We're then going to place money in any of the unused actions here in the bottom row. We can then collect our action discs. We move the red disc to the right. It's now blocking that second action. And we're going to place money in the other 3 action spaces on top. We can now get one free production on this wheel if we want it. And I say yes, let's do it. So what that involves is just moving this arrow one space to the left. By doing that, we have spent one wood, coal, and clay in order to create one iron and one brick. At the end of every round, we can do that for free. During the course of the game, we can spend 2 money in order to do that anytime we want. That's another one of our anytime actions. There we go. We're now all ready for round 2. Right off the bat, I think we're going to need some more clay. So let's just come here, get that money, and get those 4 clay. That gives us 5 clay. That's pretty good. I think I now want to go just build. So this was the action space that was blocked in the first round. This just lets us build any one of these structures, as well as building one path or one road. I think I'd like to build this guy right here. It wants to be next to at least one canal, which it will be, and it doesn't care about anything else. And it's pretty inexpensive, just either 2 wood or 2 clay. Now that we have all this clay, let's spend clay. And in fact, let's build a path as well. Right here. Since the red disc is blocking the other building location, we're only going to be able to get out one structure this round. So let's just go ahead and jump over to there. I want to spend 3 to build another canal up here. That's going to give us 2 clay. And yeah, let's build a road. I'm going to put a road. Ooh, it's hard to say where I'm going to need this road. I'm going to put it up here. Okay, so those were my 2 routes. Now let's go ahead and just finish off going here. And I just want to build 3 paths. We're going to do a path right there. And I'm just going to try to set up by putting a path there and a path there. Ooh. Yeah, no, that's fine. And there we go. We've now surrounded this. So we get to activate it. It has at least 1 canal next to it. So we can either get 2 iron or 2 brick. Well, this produces brick. I say let's get the iron. We now have 3 iron. That's going to be good for if we want to build out some rail. That's it. That was my 4 actions there. I only built 1 building, so the lowest one's going to get discarded. We're going to draw 2 orange. Put them in numerical order again. We can get a free production, and I say yes, let's do it. Wow, now we have 4 iron and 2 brick. That's really good. These 2 spots get money. We move the red block on, and now we're ready for round 3. Okay, first things first, come here, get all this money. Now at this spot, you could get 3 of any one of the basic resources, or alternatively, you could build a bridge. Building a bridge is tempting, but I think I'm going to need the wood. So let's go ahead. Oh, I could come here to get the wood, though, couldn't I? Nope, and I'm not going to want to go there. Okay, let's get 3 wood. 1, 2, 3. I'm also, as one of my anytime actions, I'm going to spend a coin here in order to go from 0 to 1 clay. Then going to come up here. Get that coin, and this is going to let us build. And now that those green cards, that deck has been removed, it's actually opened up an additional action at that spot. Not only can you build one of the structures, but in addition, you'll also get to build a bridge. And we can do those in either order. I have my eye on this building right here. This wholesale trade can go right here. This is perfect for it. It is quite expensive. It's going to be 1 clay, 1 brick, 2 steel, and 3 coins. But it's going to be worth 12 points at the end of the game. And once we activate it, it's going to give us some good stuff. Now we also can build a bridge. Each bridge costs 1 wood. And in order to place a bridge, you have to connect 2 existing buildings, and it's got to go over a route. So we couldn't go like that, for instance, or like that. The only 2 spots we have to build a bridge are right here and right here. I think I'm going to place it right here for now. And like I mentioned, the second way that you can activate a building is by having 2 bridges connecting it. So if we could get another bridge right up here, we'd have 2 attached to that building, and then we could reactivate it a second time. Okay, now I'm also interested in this building right here. Ooh, where do we want to put that? Maybe down here, actually. It just wants to be next to, at max, one of these paths. Could put it here, but I don't think so. It would cost 1 brick. Yeah, let's go over here. We'll build this. I think here is fine. Pay the brick. Could spend either 3 clay or a brick. Then as an anytime action, I want to spend this to get a clay and then immediately spend it in order to build a path right here. We've now completed this, and we can activate it. We have 3 different types of routes surrounding it, which means we're going to get 3 wood and 3 prestige points. And that's just these little guys right here. Those are just points at the end of the game, just like these are. And in fact, money is also worth a point at the end of the game. I'll talk about in-game scoring later. Okay, what do we want for our last action here? We're out of a lot of things. We got a ton of wood. Coming here is kind of a waste. Well, we could build some rail, couldn't we? Ooh, that might be useful. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead. This might be a great opportunity to build some rail, extend our rail line. Because we have so much wood. It costs wood and iron. Yeah, let's just go ahead and build 2 rail. I'm gonna build 1 right here. We could probably just go ahead and build 1 up here as well. I'm going to build it like that. I'm worried about cutting off my river. If I want the canal to kind of move up here to catch some of these spots, and then I could extend the rail down here. And remember, you can always overbuild over these paths, so that's an option as well. So it could come up that way as well. Okay. I also think I'll use my anytime action to get another clay before we end the round. And now, because we built 2 structures, we don't have to discard any. We just get 2 more. These are the last 2 orange. And because we ran out the orange stack, we're actually going to get 1 more blue. We'll now have 6 buildings available for the rest of the game to build. And I think I would like my free production. There we go. Time for round 4. I'm not sure if this is going to work out, but definitely need some clay. I then want to come up here, get a building and a bridge. I think I want this building here. I want to plop it in this corner. That's 2 clay and a wood. It's going to cost another wood to get a bridge. And I have some options. I want to come down here like that. And now we've connected 2 bridges to this building, so we get to reactivate it again. That's going to be 2 brick and 3 coal. I like a lot of these buildings. Let's see here. Let me talk through this plan. I really want this arsenal. It's extremely expensive. Seems like this would be a great place for it. And just extend the canal out this way. I also like this. This one wants to be really surrounded by water. If we place it here, we could bring the canal down this way as well. Now, to build out the canal this much, we're going to need some major money. This really needs to have like a canal and a road right there, because I can't build any more paths next to that. This needs a road up there. Okay. These could give some good money. This gives good money once we've built out a bunch of roads. So once we get those roads in place, we could then use that one to get the money that we need. I could go ahead and just build that one. All right, I think we got a pretty good plan. Let's just go ahead over here. Let's go ahead and build this right here. It's going to be 1 wood, 1 clay, 2 brick, and then we can also build either a road or a path. I want to build a road. So that's going to be 1 brick. Let's build that road right here. We've now completed this, so we can see it's adjacent to a road. And what this special ability means is for every building that's on a corner on our board, we'll get a brick. So we only have 2, but that's still 2 brick. That's not bad. And now I think we want to just, as much as I'd love to go over there, I might want to, you know. Because now that the orange cards are done, we have an opportunity to, instead of just doing 3 routes, we could do a bridge, a path, and a road. And that would be amazing. Problem is we don't have any wood, so we'd have to spend 1 to get the wood. That's not that big of a deal. We could wait to do that. We could just come down here and get the money and get the wood. Okay, yeah, I think we'll just come down here. We'll get this money and the 4 wood. I then think I want to spend 2 in order to do a production. Remember, that's one of my anytime actions. And then I'm going to spend 1 to get one of those. So I'm set up for my free production. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that was the right choice. We'll find out. That's the end of round 4. I'll go ahead and take my free production. Put out 2 new buildings. 1 coin right there. Okay, round 5. Okay, I tell you what, let's go here. Get that money. And I think we're going to do the top action instead of the bottom one. So we're going to build a bridge, a path, and a road. We'll spend 1 as an anytime. Let's get that road down here. Let's place the path here. And I want the bridge right here. That lets us activate this, and let's get 2 brick. Okay, perfect. Now I want to build this building. Don't have enough wood, and I can't go get wood there. I can get wood here. Ooh, I could also get wood by building a bridge right here and activating that card. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. I'm going to do the bridge first. Put it right here. That activates that. We have 3 different routes around it, so we're going to get 3 wood. And 3 prestige. Go ahead and put a 5 out. Put that 2 away. Now we're going to build the building. It's going to be this one. 3 money. 2 brick. and 3 wood. That's going to go right here. And boom, it's already surrounded, so we get to activate it immediately. This needs to have 1 road, at least, next to it. And then the action is that for every road on our entire board, that's what that symbol means with the little directional arrows, cross arrows, whatever you want to call those. For every one of those, we're going to get 1 money to a max of 7. Anything above 7 would be wood instead, and that's what the little clock and wood means. Now, these icons can be difficult to understand at first, but don't worry, that's what this little book here is for. Every one of these cards is in this book, so you can just look it up. Number 28, we can just go to the book, and boom, it tells you right here exactly what it does. After a while, the icons start to make a little bit more sense. So how many roads do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be $5. Very good. We needed that money. Now we have $6, which means we could build 2 canals. And I kind of think that's what I want to do. Yeah, for sure. So each one costs 3. We're going to build 1 here, and we're going to build 1 here. For each of those, we're getting 2 clay, so that's 4 clay. And we surrounded this. Has to have a maximum of 1 path, which we have. So we're getting 2 wood, 2 clay, and 2 coal. Ooh, beautiful. And now the question is, do we come down here and build a bridge? Oh, probably not. I think we want to build a building. We have this spot all ready to go. It's actually surrounded by 4 different types of routes. That'd be really cool if we had something that needed that. Oops. Let's go there. Let's build this. So 1 coin, 2 wood, 2 clay. We're going to pop that right into here. Automatically activates. It's next to 1 road, so we get $3. And we have 6, 7, 8 buildings out. So that means we get 3 prestige. Gets us to 9. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. I think that's it. Oh no, we get to do this. We can build a path or a road. Ooh. I like the idea of building a road. I'm going to put a road up here. Okay, good. I'm going to spend 1 to get 1 wood there as my anytime action. I'll then get my free production. We get 2 new buildings out. Fortunately, when this moves over, it takes away all that money. Okay, round 6. I'm low on wood, and I don't see a good way of getting more other than just going to this spot. I think this will work. Anytime action. Now let's go here. Get our 4 wood. Okay, I want to build a bridge. So we're going to do the top one there. We're going to build a bridge here. We then can build a road, which I want to do. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we can also build a path. I'm going to put the path right here. Good. Now we want to come here. I want to build this building here, this arsenal. It's going to go right there. It's 2 wood, 2 brick, 1 iron and 4 money. Whew, okay. Super expensive. And then in addition, we get to build a bridge. And we're going to build that bridge right here. Boom. We're going to get to activate that a second time. We're getting money for every road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Excellent. That is exactly what we needed. Oops. We definitely want to build 1 canal right here. It gives us 2 clay. We get to activate this. We're getting 6 coal. Max out our coal. And because of that 1, we get 3 more money because of that 1 canal. Okay. Now for our second build, we could build a canal here, complete this. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 7 money for this and 2 for that. I think I might want to save my money here. Let's just build a path. Yeah, I'm just going to build a path. Let's put it right there. Okay. We're going to need a lot of resources to pull off what I want to do in this last round. I'm not entirely sure we'll be able to do it, but I guess we'll have to see. I do want to get my free production. We're going to have to discard that card. We get the final 2 cards. The order doesn't really matter at this point. That gets a coin, but this is going to move and take it. So it's not really going to matter. But we get coins up here. All right, there we go. Last round. Okay, I really want to get this grand hotel built, and I think I can do it straight away if I do things in a very specific order. So we're going to come here. I want to do an anytime action to get a wood. We're then going to do the bridge first, spin that wood. I want to put that bridge right here. That's 2 bridges now. We get to activate that building, which is giving us a brick. For every building we have in a corner spot, we have 3 of those, so that's 3 brick. I now want to do another anytime action to get another wood. We're then going to do that, build the Grand Hotel. It's going to go right here. That costs 7 money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all of it. 1 wood, 2 clay, 3 brick. Boom, we got it. And it immediately activates. So in addition to the 16 victory points that it's worth, we're also going to be getting 1 wood, 2 money, and 3 prestige. Whew, okay. That leaves us pretty tapped out. Now we'd like to get another building out, and this one's really looking like a good bet. Because we have enough iron where we could get 12 victory points in addition to the 6. We need 2 wood and 2 clay, and we could get that from this building right here. So all we need to do is build a bridge right there. Okay, the bridge is going to cost us a wood, but we build it right here, and we immediately get 2 wood, 2 clay, and 2 coal. We're maxed out on coal. That's everything we need for this. We can build a road, because that just costs brick. Okay, now the thing is, if we build this, we need it to be maximum 1 path, which means we're either building it here or here. If we build it here, we'd have to replace that path. Or we could try to build it here. I could also build this here, but activating this is not really giving us what we need. I could build a railroad. Okay, we're going to build that there. And then I'm going to just not build the path because we need to save our clay. Okay, let's go here. We're going to build. That's $2, 2 wood, and 2 clay. Let's go ahead and plop that right there. I'm actually going to forego building a road or a path there. Instead, I'm going to come over here for my last action. Now, I could build something, but instead, I'm going to do 2 routes. I'm going to spend 1 coin. Anytime action, get a wood. I want to build a rail. So that costs a wood and an iron. Boom, right there. That's now complete. We have to spend 2 coal. And 1, 2, or 3 iron. I'm going to spend 3. To get 6, 9, or 12 prestige points. We spend 3, so we get 12. I will put 8 back. And we get a brick. And then for my second one, I'm going to use these 3 coins to get a canal. Right there. Completing that, we have 2 canal spaces, so we can get 2 iron. And there we go. I am completely done. It's now time to just calculate our final score. Now, to calculate the final score, we have this nice little score pad here. The first thing we score are the victory points on the buildings that we built. Using my incredible calculating skills and a little bit of editing, I'm going to say that I have 77 points worth of buildings. We would then get points for any money we have left over. We spent all of our money. We get our prestige tokens there. That's 22. No, I'm sorry. That's 24. Those superior calculating skills failed me there for a second. We now get a point for every brick and every iron that we have. That's 3. Whatever our minimum amount of those 3 basic resources, we would then get a point for every one of those. Our minimum is 0, so we're not getting any points for that. We now get a point for every road, rail, and canal. We get no points for the paths, but for everything else. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then we lose a point for every one of these routes that we haven't built on. We don't lose any points for building spaces that we haven't built on, just the routes. And we managed to fill our entire board, so we're not going to lose any points. That's fantastic. That gives us a final score of 123 points. We now check in the back of the rulebook. It shows here some scoring. And as you can see, between 120 and 129 prestige is you are victorious. So there we go. We have won the solo game. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.